Okay, dear guys, in the previous class, we have revised the fourth unit. So we discussed about data analytics, why data analytics is important in nowadays or in this data-driven world. And what are the various uses of data analytics uh, and what hidden patterns are there in the data analytics? And what are the various characteristics of data analyst and business analyst, how these are useful in business, and how it will provide a improved basis in decision making by the management. And there are certain areas of implementation and different tools that are used for data analytics and also business analytics, and also about big data. These are all we have seen in the previous class. Briefly, we have revised it. Now today we will revise about the data visualization. So data visualization is very simple. So we have to show our data. In the previous case, we were just analyzed it in the tool which you want, but you have not presented it. Whatever you have analyzed it, that you have to present now. To whom you have to present? You have to present it for whom? To the interested parties. So maybe the management or the people who are interested in our business. So visualization plays a vital role in the development of the organization. So what tools we were used, that we will see now. So there are four basic questions before we proceed with the data visualization. So one is, why data is very much important to show? Is it necessary? That you have to answer yourself. First question. So tell me, is it necessary to show the data to someone? Come on guys, someone can answer. Is it necessary or is it that much important to show the data?
Yes, sir, it is necessary to show them.
Why?
As you said, it's we need to show the data analytics to the management member. So in that case, if the management knows if they knows about this data, then only they can take the decisions.
Yeah.
In that situation, it is useful, and through that they can make any changes or do some improvement in the to increase the productivity.
Yes, correct. Yeah, not only me, anyone can tell that why it is important. Okay, simple thing. See, now I am teaching through online mode. If I just start explaining what is data visualization, everything so good manner, but still you don't understand unless I share some PPT. It will drag your attention. See this title. So you will understand something is there, oh, some diagrams, everything. It will attract the customer. For example, look at the movies or cinemas. If they just start telling the stories, nobody can listen. There were days in traditional where FM radio is very much luxurious item. Now people are not listening it. How long you will listen? You don't have patience. When something is usable, you will sit there and you will watch. Now also you can see many people who are just they were just sitting in front of the television for hours and hours. In our homes we find it. Is it or not? For TV serials or some movies, there are some people, and majority of the youth, they use the mobile 90%. Every time they wanted to see something. That is visualization. They don't read any stories. They want to see something. So visualization is very much important. This is a general thing. I'm just telling. But in our subject, why visualization means whatever the analysis you have made, that is very much important to present in front of the management. So they do not have any patience to go through your such a very big reports. You just show them in some PPT what you want to tell. So that will drag the attention of people. Is it or not? Yes. So data is very much important to show. And what do I want to emphasize in the data? So what you wanted to emphasize, what you feel that is very much important in showing again. There are certain elevations in data visualization. I'm just relating it for your broader understanding. Suppose you are directing a movie or in a short film. You must know which scene has to be highlighted, which scene has to give goosebumps to the audience that you have. Is it an interval scene or a fight or the intro scene that you have to? So what you wanted to emphasize in the data also again. So you cannot say that every slide is important. Suppose management is asking, I have to present the data. Don't prepare for 100 slides. You have to prepare some brief things should be there, something which must be highlighted like that. So what you wanted to emphasize, where you wanted to give focus. Next, what options do I have for displaying the data? What options do you have? That also you must know. Next, which option is most effective in communicating the data? That is also. So these 4 questions answers will emerge the importance of data visualization for you. Here some slide is there. Hope you can zoom it and you will understand it. So these many chart suggestions are there for a starter. You can present the data in these forms. Just basic after entering the data in the Excel sheet, these many options are available. So what do you like to show? You want to show comparison, you want to show the relationship, you want to show the distribution, or you want to show the composition. There are 4. Is it visible, guys? In the middle it is there, right? So what do you like to show here? You can see here this one. Comparison means these many charts are there. Relationship means 2 charts is there, 2 variables or 3 variables. Next, distribution. How many channels you can see here? How many charts? Then composition. Then composition. Then composition. So relationship means 2 charts, 2 variables, scattered chart and 3 variables in bubble chart. You can zoom it and you will observe everything here. Then single variable distribution, flow charts, variable. These many chart suggestions are there for you. You can just go through it. I will share this PPT with you also after completing this class. Next. See, again, something is there. Where what is there in your data? You wanted to know about the time series or ranking, part to whole. You want to present some part of the data or whole data, deviation, distribution, correlation, comparison. So what do you want to show with your data? Like in the previous slide, we said you want to show the relationship between the variables, or you want to compare between the previous statements or the now present statements. You want to categorize what? Again, if not, these many tools also there for you, because data is in your numerical form. You can show the time series or ranking. You can show the part of your data, the whole data, deviation, distribution, correlation, comparison, right? So what do you want to show? You have to decide first. Next means time series. See, values display how something changed over time. This is time series presentation of data. So when you started your business, after that, how it has grown. So like that, you can present this is present situation of a company. I'm just taking some example. Suppose you want to explain the growth of your organization, then you can use this time series. So earlier, how was there? What are the initial investments, capital, how it has grown, or any downfall is there? For that, the time series is very much useful tool for you. It is a good tool, data visualization tool that you can show it here. Okay. Is it clear, guys? Soumya?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So time series. Next we have ranking. So rank charts, Spearman rank correlation is there, no? When I think you have studied in your BRM. So if you want to give some rankings, So here these charts are very much useful. So bar graphs, quantitative scales must be begin at 0. So how these ranks are there? Initial, first rank, second rank, or you can present in horizontal form also, or some dotted plots. You can draw a line like this. Then, so you can represent the part of the data or the whole data, part to whole. How this relation is there? So single part with whole data. So what one department when compared to entire organization, what is its role, what is its contribution? That wise you can compare. So suppose sales department is there, how much they have contributed for the success of the organization, how it has performed. HR department, finance department, purchase department, procurement, distribution, public relations. There are several departments or several people. What are their contributions? Single contribution to the entire organization. Like that, you can establish a ratio here. Next. So some pie charts also there, you know about it. What about pie charts? Commonly used to show the part of the whole data. This is very much easy. When you just enter the numerics in the, the data in the Excel sheet, simply you go select it and go to and insert, say that it is a pie chart. So pie chart will be represented there. So however, hard to judge the relative size of the pie slices. Yeah, better at differentiating length, take up a lot of space to present the little information also. Require labels and good control, color contrast to even must be useful. It is often difficult. Simply it will enter it. But you want to highlight each and everyone, you have to label it and name it. That is it. So best use is when one overwhelming larger value than the rest. No need to focus on actual values. If you want to highlight only one thing, then you go with the pie chart. If you want to highlight each and everything, then you have to go with some different. The above tag. Here you can show the importance of each and everyone. But in the pie chart, overall you can show it. Next, deviation. Suppose you want to show the deviation of the other things, then this data is used. Okay. And next, distribution. How it distributed? Data, bar graphs, line graphs, strip plot side, how data is distributed. Distribution, count of values per interval along with quantitative scale. So these diagrams will attract the attention of the audience, I mean the interested parties. So your presentation will become effective. People will think that you have done a good analysis. Simple the reports which made by the data analyst is not understandable for everyone. So if you are presenting, people will understand. Or you can give this correlation chart also. Diagrams, scatter plot, how the variables are distributed. Comparison of two paired sets of values to determine if there is a relationship between them is or not. Whether it is a positive relationship or negative relationship, that you can show. Normal comparison. See how this is going on. And dotted plots. Okay. Then other visualization. A picture is worth 1,000 words. And the right side, other is also there, other visualization. You can show some images, photographs. In the PPT, you can share some photos also, how the event has been organized. That you can show some photographs. There you no need to do some analytics. Suppose we have conducted graduation day. Now, if I want to create a report to management, then I will share some pics with them so that they will understand the, oh, very much it has gone like that. Simply, I am writing a report in Word or Excel, then they don't understand. So these are all certain visual, other tools also. Don't think that can we share the photos or not. Yes, you can. You are expressing that how the particular issue or event has going on. You can show some tables also. Raw data, how we have collected, what analysis you have made. That also you can show. Okay. Some illustrations, flow charts. That also you can show. Because visualization is very much important. He said, no, a picture is worth more than 1,000 words. 1,000 words are one side and one picture will communicate the same. It has a lot of impact, and because it will be, left some impression in the mind of the audience. They will just recollect that, but they cannot recollect 1,000 words. So adhere to data presentation standards in your field. Yes, these many things are there. So are there graphs? What kind of graphs are there? What statistics are there? Is there review? Does this journal have a style guidelines like that? And visual best practices. What practices we can make means emphasize more on important data. This is the point. So emphasize more on data. Then orient graphs for legibility, and then organize it. What graph you have to use, what table. Avoid overloading graphs. Doesn't mean that you just filling your presentation with graphs only. Limit of colors and shapes. Because I am suggesting you don't use all the colors, dump it. Then inform through important text if it is necessary also. So these are certain areas of data visualization, guys. We can also see some tools that we have already shared. Does anyone have that fourth unit material with you guys? Do you have fourth unit material? Let me share. Business Intelligence 2020. Wait for a minute, I am sharing. We'll have a quick view on that and then we will finish it. So what is visible to you? You are visible showing only the PPT or the Word document?
PPT, sir.
Wait for a minute, I'll share something. Share. So data visualization, see with that we have seen. No? So data visualization is the graphical presentation of information and data. So by using visualization elements like chart, graphs, maps. So data visualization tool provide an accessible way to see, understand trends, outliers and patterns in the data. So these are certain tools. So why that is important, that I have explained with the PPT. Some tools are there. You can use charts, tables, graphs, maps, infographics, dashboards. More specifically means these many tools are there. Area chart, bar chart, box and whisker plots, bubble cloud, bullet graph, cartogram, circle view, dot distribution map. This we have seen in the PPT. Nut chart, heat map, highlight table, histogram, matrix, network. You can even draw a network diagram also, tree diagram also, if necessary. Polar area, radial tree, scattered graph, whether it is 2-dimensional or 3-dimensional. Stream map, text tables, timeline, tree map, wedge sack graph, word cloud, any mix of these about tools also. So these many tools are there. So there are certain tools which are, for presentation, some tools are there, and for, people who are developers are there, for them also some other tools are there. For presentation, we have zero coding required table, infogram, chart blocks, and then data wrapper, plotty, raw, visual.ly. For developers, I mean, sir, software people, these many things. They use D3.js, JavaScripts, Ember charts, NVD3, Google charts, Fusion charts, High charts, charts.js, LiftNet. So these are all certain things, which where software people will have that understanding. The thorough knowledge is not required for us because we are not from that field. But as a thing, you must know it. And finally, data queries. If somebody asks questions, also we need to answer them. It may be the ad hoc question or in between online application processing questions. So queries means some questions will be asked and we have to answer those queries. When you can answer, when you have that data with you, I mean, it should be saved in data warehousing, then you have to done some analytics, then you can. So it will come in a common way, or it will come to structured query language, sometimes a web query also. You can even ask some question to get the answers. Quora.com, you might have seen that, where you can ask some question, and the people who are expert in that, they will answer you. Suppose you do not know answer for some question, you can just post that question in the Google or in Quora.com, and some experts will come back to you. So there are certain statistical methods also to summarize the data that we will see in the next class, guys. Okay. Thank you for your patience. And anything else you want to ask?
No, sir, it's very clear.
No, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Venugopal. I understand it. I'll stop it. Okay.
అట్లేం కాదు సార్.